Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to talk about how I spent all day working and made almost no money as an entrepreneur. So first things first, I have a grass cutting business that I've done for the past about 6 years or so, and for the most part I like it. I've made a good bit of money from it, and if you look at the amount of money I get per hour cutting grass, it is fairly high in like the $25 range, and it was especially higher than any other starter job. But today was a bit of a rough one because I got about 1 hour's worth of work done, and it took me about 5 or 6 hours. So I started the day off, I thought it was all going to go good. Then I get to my first job, I'm about halfway done, and I think it's going well. And then one of my tools broke. So I thought it wasn't a big deal. I thought I could probably fix it because it wasn't a huge break. It was like a minor break. So I spent about 45 minutes at somebody's house trying to fix my weed eater. After that, I was like, okay, I'll give up. I'll go back to the house. I'll see if maybe we have another one that works, or maybe I'll have some extra tools to fix it. So as of now, I've wasted about an hour. And you know, as an entrepreneur, you get paid nothing for that. So then I get to the house, I find an older weed eater, and I messed around with it for about 20 minutes, and I got it to work. So I thought, problem solved. Okay, now I can get back on track. So I kind of gave up on fixing the original one because I thought, hey, I have this new one that works. However, I drove all the way back to the house, and then I couldn't get it to start. So at this point, I'd probably spent about 2 hours roughly trying to fix this thing. So then I get back to the person's house. I think, okay, I'm going to finish it up. I can still do everything that I was planning on doing. However, once I got there, of course, it did not start. So I once again was in the same situation where I spent the next 30 minutes trying to get both the old and the new weed eater to start. And of course, I was never able to. Then I drove back to my house. I tried to see if maybe I was just being stupid and someone else could fix it easily. However, no one was able to fix it, unfortunately. So then I'm about ready to give up. So I'm kind of about ready to put everything in the garage. And then I found this tool, and I thought maybe it would work. I don't know what it's called. It's like a wrench thingy with like an adjustable thing. And I thought it would work. So I used it, and of course, instantly it fixed it. So I was a bit frustrated that I had now spent probably about 4 hours trying to fix it when it had this easy solution. However, I could still finish the things that I had told people I was going to do that day. I mean, I wouldn't finish everything I wanted, but I would still get a few things done, and I would have wasted about 4 hours. But when I get back to the job site, then I start it up, and it doesn't work again. So it'd been a pretty wasted day. I spent the next hour trying to find random things that aren't meant to fix it, but might, fix it for an hour or two. However, it never worked. Then at the very end of the day, I had a new weed eater, and of course, it just took me like 30 minutes to actually finish it. So over the course of today, I've spent about probably 6 hours, and in these 6 hours, I spent about an hour and a half actually working, and about 4.5 hours driving around and trying to fix this broken weed eater. So I think this is kind of a useful story on what it can be like as an entrepreneur having your own business. And the thing is, if let's say your work involves needing to use a specific tool, whatever it is, if that tool breaks and you spend several hours trying to fix it, you're just not going to get paid for it. If I was working hourly, I'd get paid each of those hours. If I was getting paid salary, I'd get paid my standard rate for the day. However, in this entrepreneurship thing, I get paid pretty much nothing. So the customer doesn't really care if your tool breaks because it's kind of on you. I mean, I guess I could tell him, hey, my tool broke, can you give me extra money? But that sounds kind of awkward, and I would assume he would say no. But I thought this was a good example of how when you run your own business, you can't really predict what's going to happen. Started the day off, everything was working just fine, and I thought I was going to get a lot done, but I didn't. So I guess that could show you some of the upside in working a traditional job. However, having my own business, I do kind of plan my hours and all that. I was never stressed, I guess. Maybe if I worked for someone else and I was on a strict deadline, I'd be stressed out. It never stressed me out. I mean, it was slightly frustrating about 4 hours in or so, but it's just part of it. So it's a bit of a different video than normal, but I thought it was worth sharing. So a bit of a recap, when you run your own business, you might spend all day working on something that pays you nothing. So now it's time for everybody's favorite segment, the joke of the day. Joke of the day, joke of the day, boop, 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 joke of the day, joke of the day. One businessman said to another, "I'm way ahead of my time. I was losing money before the recession." So thanks for watching my video. If you'd like more videos on any and everything to do with money, please consider subscribing to my channel. Like the video if you liked it, and leave a comment below if you have a comment on the video or any ideas for future videos.